ushindi. Kuwa na uhakika sasa, kukulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja. Kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la Farm Kenya.
Hello there, this is Farm Kenya show right here on KTN. Today we are in Kiambu County. We'll be speaking about kitchen gardening. We'll be looking at the different types of kitchen gardening and also smart farming. My name is Calvin Nyakundi. Join us as we get right into this. So today we are talking about kitchen gardening. And Derek is here to explain to us what this is all about. And right about now, we're just going to introduce him so that at least he gives us a little bit about what we have here. We have a lot of structures here. We have vertical ones, we have horizontal ones. We'll just get to know what all this represents. Thank you so much for joining us today. Just tell us who you are and what we are doing today.
Thank you so much, Kelvin, and welcome to AgriPlant Kenya. My name is Derek Mugodo, and I'm working with AgriPlant Kenya. Here, actually, what we've seen, we are promoting climate smart agriculture, and also we are focusing on kitchen gardening, what we are trying to speak today. So expect to see much of how you can produce your crops from the comfort of your balcony, at your backyard, at your door front. Expect to see much, and that's what we are doing here.
Okay.
At AgriPlant Kenya.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm really excited about this particular episode because this is a way of also becoming a farmer even at your balcony. It doesn't matter where you are.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get right into the conversation and look at the structures that you have here. You have many of them.
Yes.
So even before we get to the crops that you plant here, you can explain to us about the structures, what they mean, and how this one can help a farmer even in an urban area or a very small space.
Yeah. So first of all, we can try to dig why promote kitchen gardening.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've seen and it's really alarming to see lifestyle diseases coming from what we consume. So there's really a need for people, or rather for us, to know how is the food that we are consuming produced. Yeah. So once you do that, you are able to understand now why we are coming up with different forms of kitchen garden. Something that can sit on a very small space, something that you can do even without land. Yeah. Because you see, either way, I always say, either way you'll have to eat. And so is a concern that you can also try to understand the channel of the food you're consuming. Where is it coming from? So here we have tried to exhibit a couple of systems that you can adapt for your kitchen garden. So that depends on the space that you have. As you said, we have both vertical and horizontal systems. It all depends on the vegetables that you want to produce, and all depends on the space that you have. So yeah, happy to have you around, and let's dive into the different systems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, the different systems, let's start with the horizontal one.
Yes.
Because even around here, that's what we have so far. So what goes into the material, the choosing of the material, and what necessitates, you need to use this one, this is what you need to use. Tell us a little bit about that. And also, does it mean someone cannot use any other different material from what you're using here?
Yeah, good question. So different kitchen gardens have got different forms of farming. Hydroponics is one of them, and actually it's one of the systems that we are seeing here. And hydroponics is simply farming without using soil. There are some cases, or rather there are some instances where you do not have access to soil. You are in town, you are on an apartment. You may not be able to access soil, but you have some space where you can convert it into a garden. Yes. So hydroponics being one of them, it enables one to do farming even without using soil, because it only uses mineral water, rather nutrients with water, and your basic structure that can be used to hold your crops. And that means, from what you are seeing, is actually a vertical system, but it is using a form of a horizontal. We call it a nutrient film technique, because the water is coming all the way from the top part, I mean the top pipe, and is trickling down through the other pipes. So the water has got nutrients, a full spectrum of the nutrients. As it flows through the pipes, These caps, the way you are fabricated, you can see the roots. So these roots are taking the nutrients that are in this water. And this one is not soil, it's a hydroponics medium. We have different kinds of media, but for this kind of system, we are using lava rock, the pumice. So this, it can adapt different shapes and different sizes. This is just sitting on a very small space and is carrying around 240 crops and have mixed different vegetables. So the materials will depend now on what kind of system, because for this you are just basically using the waste pipe, you're basically using the yogurt cups, you're using the media, the lava rock that is locally available, and that's it, and the seedlings. And now the interesting part, you are not losing any water, because we are trying to also to minimize on the usage. Hydroponic systems uses actually 80% less water.
Okay.
And actually the excess, we are collecting it from the underground tank, and you reuse it.
Okay.
So you realize you're just needing these basic materials that you are seeing here, and water and the minerals and your seedlings. You are good to go. When it comes to spacing, depends how much space do you have. You can easily customize to suit your what? Your space.
Yes.
And actually that goes to your family size. How many, like, you have a family?
Not now.
No, not for that. Yeah, so actually that dictates what size of system you go for.
Yes.
Because that means you'll be producing what quantity of veggies, you know.
Okay.
So those are some of the factors to consider.
Very, very important and very insightful.
Yes.
So, someone might ask,
Yes.
The media that you're using here,
Yes.
of course, it's specifically for this.
Yes.
So, can I use the normal soil and put on this particular type of system and get the same results? And how does that look like?
Yeah. So hydroponics, because that's the main technology that we are using here. It means we are avoiding soil due to a number of factors. To reduce on soil-borne diseases, to reduce on basically to reduce on soil-borne diseases and even the pests. So in this system, the choice of the media has got different factors to consider. Like, for example, the pumice. It's porous. That means allows good aeration.
Yes.
So the roots can easily penetrate. It's also allowing, good capillarity properties for the water to come all the way from the bottom up to the top pipe. You can see the water is just basically down, but the upper part is also wet. So it means the aeration roots are accessing good oxygen, and the nutrient roots also have access to the nutrients. So the choice of the media should be an inert media, one that does not allow any chemical interaction from the nutrients in the water. Should be inert. So that's why you opt for the pumice. But we have other media that you can use. You can use even the common river sand, because sometimes we go to Somalia to take such a technology to them, and they do not have the volcanic mountains. We cannot access pumice there. We use the locally available materials, but not just any material.
Okay.
When we go to coast, you can use the cocoa peat, because cocoa peat is basically coming from there. The remains from the coconut, the husk, we use it. It's also a very good medium.
Okay.
But in a nutshell, for you to attain perfect conditions for your system, it's also good to check the quality of your media. Does it have any salts? Do you need now to wash the salts from it? Does it also have any kind of infection? Because you can get a media that is overused. Probably it has got nematodes and such kinds of pests inside. So you really need also as well to check the quality of the media.
Okay.
And also the water. Yeah, because the water in the coastal region is not same as the water in central.
Yes.
You see. So it's also good to check the quality of the water, because that we have something we call the pH, the TDS, the total dissolved salts in the water is different. So that will also affect how your crops are going to do on such a system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's clear.
Yes.
No using the soil, the
Yes.
soil from the shamba and
Yes.
putting it here. All right, so that is very clear. So now let's move and look at the kinds of crops that do well
Yes.
under the system, because I can see you have very many. You have kale, you have onions and different types of, sukuma and everything else. So what makes you know that this is a good plant
Yes.
to put under a hydroponic system?
Yeah, good question. Hydroponic system, there are different also kind of systems, like different orientations of how you want to, I normally call it now the farm, because this basically the structure is the farm. You just come to introduce the crops. So these ones, they are very good for the leafy green vegetables, like the kale, spinach, talk of the curly kale, the sukuma matumbo, like the leafy vegetables. Sometimes we even go further, we do like strawberries. They do well, not the crops that do not have a taproot. You see, they do very well on this kind of system. But still, the other vegetables, I mean the other crops, like the tuber crops, like potatoes, they talk of now the capsicum, tomatoes, they also do on another kind of hydroponic system.
Yes.
Yes. Because basically, we're just trying to anchor it, to anchor the roots. So you see, our holes, the cups are too small for a crop that develops roots. It's so wide, So the choice of crop depends on your farm now. I'm calling this the farm.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. This is very, very interesting
Yes.
and insightful, and it juggles your mind a bit. You can even put this, just a small thing, in your side room in the house, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the environment around hydroponic type of system, or this kitchen garden type of setting,
Yes.
especially this one that we have here and we are looking at the moment. Can you use it indoor? And if you're using it indoor,
Yes.
what are the requirements?
Yes.
And if you're using it on the balcony, because where we are, it's outside, so
Yes.
there might be different requirements.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can just tell us about that as well.
Yeah. Good question. You brought about indoor farming. So indoor can be in a greenhouse, can be in a shed house, or can be even inside your house, right? Crops need sunlight for photosynthesis. See that? So, like for our systems, you see they are just open is outdoor. Yeah? So we have an advantage of the sun and the whatnot.
Yes.
But there are some cases also you realize you are in an apartment, your balcony does not have enough light, does not have access to sunlight, and you wish to have this. So whenever we do inside a house where there is no access for sunlight, we use the grow lights. We have the LED lights that are they support growth.
Okay.
So that also brings in an aspect of power, because they're going to be powered either by solar powered or to electricity. So with hydroponics, you can do anywhere, whether in your house, anywhere. You just have to give your plant to provide the required conditions: the sunlight, the water with the minerals, and the media to support. That's basically what you need.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so even as we speak about kitchen farming, of course we need to look at other different things, because I can see you have different structures here.
Yeah.
There is this trough that we have just right here.
Yeah.
Can tell us what this is all about, because I can see it has kale,
Yeah.
it has also onions also. Yes.
So this also is also a different type of hydroponic system. This one is a horizontal. You see, we have made it on the ground.
Yes.
And we've made it from a high density. It's a heavy gauge HDPE sheet, and it's the same media we are using. And actually, this I told you is ideal for even fruiting vegetables. But as at now, I've done my vegetables.
Okay.
And I've done onions.
Yes.
Helps me to control pests. See, they're very clean because the onions are trying to scare away some pests.
Okay.
And I've done drip irrigation. So this another is a horizontal hydroponic system.
Yes.
You can also adapt it for kitchen garden. You can do as long as you want. Yes.
So like this one,
Yes.
the one that we have here.
Yes.
When you look at this the one at the back,
Yes.
and this one. You can say they're sort of the same. It's just the structure that is different.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
This one is trying to embrace growing vertically. This one is you're laying on the ground.
On the ground.
Yeah.
So the media that you're using here.
Yes.
The media here.
Yeah.
This one is the same as the one that is.
It's the
here.
very same.
Ah.
Yes.
So this is known as
This is pumice.
pumice.
It's a lava rock. Eh?
Ah, lava rock.
Yeah, from volcanic activity you get now the lava rock.
Okay.
Ama ile mawe ya kusugua mguu. Yeah?
Ah.
People know it from that.
Yeah, it's known. It's known.
Yeah.
So before we even move to the other side, because
Yes.
I can see you have a long one.
Yeah.
When it comes to the way you are handling the vegetables here,
Yes.
in terms of number one,
Yes.
during different weather, because there's sometimes when you find a month,
Yes.
it hasn't rained in a month,
Yeah.
and water scarcity might be, not as the water might not be as much. How do you handle your vegetables in this particular system
Yeah.
in a season when water is not as much?
So that's the essence of a hydroponic system. My sheet is covered even at the bottom. So basically it's containing water. There is no water, there is no infiltration to the ground. Okay? And the pumice, the media, can actually retain water for a longer period of time. All right? And you see the irrigation system I'm using is drip irrigation.
Yes.
I'm doing targeted irrigation, whereby the water is just dripping in small quantities at the area that I need. And the excess water, I've collected it at the end. Yes. So I reuse it.
Okay. So you're reusing.
I'm reusing the
wow.
very same water.
Interesting as well.
Yeah.
This is modern kitchen farming. Okay, we can move and look at other different vegetables that you have here.
So this broccoli.
Oh, this broccoli as well.
Yeah.
Ah,
This
okay.
broccoli.
So when you are growing them under the same or in the same media,
Yes.
does that affect, in of course in the normal kind of farming, there is usually some, some crops you can't put them together.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So these ones, is it also the same as in this system, or this one is a bit different?
Yeah, not really. You see, this one, we supply nutrients, like the plants have got equal access to nutrients. There's no point at which you'll say that it's competing for nutrients. Yeah. So anything that it probably can compete is basically for lighting, and when you do not space it correctly. But when it comes to nutrients, there's no competition. That is the competitive advantage of a hydroponic system. So your crops will grow fast, and they'll actually grow to the same level.
Okay.
You see, the others like this spinach I've just transplanted the other day, because I know they won't compete for nutrients. Yeah? They'll both survive. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the difference between now the growing conventionally on the soil and versus on a hydroponic system.
All right. So here we have a different vegetable.
Yeah.
What's the name of this one?
This one is called pak choy.
Pak choy. Ah, yes. This is pak choy.
It's
Yes.
a very interesting vegetable.
Uh-huh.
Easily harvest this.
Okay.
That's what I do.
So let me ask.
Yes.
When it comes to this particular type of vegetable,
Yes.
why haven't you placed it on the same side with, I can see you've put broccoli with, kale on that side.
Yeah.
So why is it at its own space?
Yeah.
You just decided.
Yeah, I like order. I can say I like order, but
Okay.
one thing I've realized with these, they're very susceptible to pests. These ones. So
Okay.
I always like to put them at one place so that I can easily manage. Yeah, they are actually, especially the aphids, they normally attack these first.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one thing the farmers need to know. I've been observing for quite some time. Within a very short period of time, if you're not careful,
The aphids will be.
So it's good to have order in your farm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really fine. Now, since you've spoken about aphids
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the pests that usually attack them,
Yes.
when it comes to pests that attack this particular type of system or vegetables in this kind of system,
Yeah.
what should a farmer do?
Yeah, a farmer need to keep your farm neat, because pests, they just look for somewhere to multiply. Yeah? try to keep your farm neat. Try to have things like the sticky traps, you see, to help me identify what pests are in my farm. Yeah. Basically maintain neatness and always do scouting. Okay. And you see, we have tried also, actually going for hydroponics way also minimizes the chances of pests, you see, and diseases.
Okay.
Yeah, so from the onset, I've chose to do hydroponics way. And over time, I always scout. And whenever I see some point that there's invasion of pests, we have the integrated pest management systems that you can do. I always start by, if it's not too much, I always start by uprooting. You can see a certain tower, the tower garden there.
Oh yes.
You see the new spinach.
Yes.
Yeah, I had grown some kales there, and I realized they were attacked by pests. I uprooted them because I always say it does not cost me much to uproot and plant new seedlings than it could cost me to treat the cancer when I'm now applying the very heavy chemicals.
Wow.
You see that?
Wow. Very good insight there and thinking as well.
So it doesn't cost me much to uproot and plant a new one because it's definitely catch up with the rest within a short time.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's move down a bit.
Yes.
I can see other different types of vegetables, and then here we have an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So you can tell us what this is, because I can see it's an underground tank, right?
It's full, yeah.
Yeah. So what is this tank for?
So this tank, I don't lose any water in this farm. You've seen it's a very big farm, and I've interconnected all the systems to an underground tank. There are quite a number. I've been watering that big system. That's why you see this one is full. So this is an underground tank. This water has got minerals, the nutrients, and it's the same water that I've been circulating the whole farm.
So it's recycled. You are reusing the water.
Using the same water.
Oh,
yeah.
Very interesting. So one thing about the underground tank.
Yes.
Can someone say they're going to build maybe a concrete one? What would you advise? Because someone might use the metal one, pipa. You know, it's ile pipa. Mtu anaweza tumia pipa. Someone might use cement to cement around, and also someone might use plastic.
Yes.
So what would you advise a farmer to use?
Yeah, because all those are storage tanks. So just ensure that the tank does not have any chemical interaction with the nutrients in the water. But basically all of them are equally good, because they may just vary in terms of costing. So basically any tank will do, as long as it's just waterproof and chemically inert.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So for my case, I've just used these are 200 liter tank. It's very strong. That's why you see I've sunk it down. I mean underneath, and it's very strong. So it's now full. I'm gonna reuse this.
So
just powering the whole farm with 1,000 liters.
Wow.
Yeah.
And another advantage of using of reusing the water.
Yes.
As we had spoken earlier, I feel like when there's shortage of water, as when there's a dry season, you don't usually have a problem because you're reusing the water.
Yeah.
So when you're reusing the water, are there any maybe chemicals that you introduce to keep the water clean, or it's just purely natural?
It's purely natural because it's been through the system. The system actually is helping to filter it out. You see how it's clean? And it's gone through all the systems.
It's very clean.
Yeah. So over time, I always come to check the pH. I also check the EC, just to see should I add more nutrients or it's fine. Yeah, that's basically what you need to be doing. And
let me ask, for someone who doesn't know, how do you add nutrients to water like this?
Yeah, you have water soluble nutrients that you just dissolve. You just dissolve it. They are water soluble. Like this, they have nutrients, but you cannot see.
Of course you can't.
They're water soluble.
Because you can imagine someone who is not at a place where there's access to the solubles that you can put in water. That is also an insightful point, and also someone who's at home, you've
Yeah.
heard from Derek himself, he said, you can add nutrients on the water or inside the water.
It's basically a water-soluble fertilizer. Yeah. It can be a do-it-from home thing. It can be probably a solution from vermiculture. It can be a solution from, an extract from BSF, the frass. You see. Or actually, what we do, because we have prepared enough of the nutrients, and they're actually water soluble. And what we do, we make a full spectrum of the water soluble nutrients. So at any point, your crop has access to all nutrients that it requires. You see?
All right.
So when you and actually use in very small quantities, like the system you are seeing here, I in 6 months I used like 2 kilos. So you can imagine I'm producing over 200 crops with just 2 kilos of the nutrients.
Wow.
You see? Yeah. So it's something actually. For instance, we have some people who have come to learn from us, and they have gone with these tower gardens. With just the 2 kilos, it's taking them a year and a year plus. You see?
Okay.
So even if you are taking like you are having installed like 4 kilos, you see you have your 2 years. Good to go.
All right.
Yeah.
So Derek, let me hold you right there.
Yeah.
If you're watching from home, I believe you've learned something today. And behind me, as you can see, it's a lot of vegetables, modern systems of farming. Kitchen gardening, that's what we're talking about today. We're going to go for a short break, but when we come back, we're going to look at these towers and understand how they get water, how is the planting, and what goes into just making sure that you have a tower that is bringing out vegetables like what we have here. I'm going to go for a short break. We'll be back with more. Welcome back. Today we are talking about kitchen gardening, and we've been looking at different types of kitchen gardening. I mean, it's the modern times. We have the vertical ones, we have the horizontal ones, and we are still here with Derek to show us more on when it comes to kitchen gardening and how you as a farmer at home can use the space that you have to plant whatever you want. I mean, why not? Right, thank you so much for still sticking with us.
Yeah.
So we have mini towers right here.
Yes.
And they have kale, they have spinach. So tell us, first of all, this type of, this is a different type.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
which is a tower,
It's a vertical.
kind of.
Yes.
So what is used, the kind of media that is used, if it's the same one, how is it watered? Because I can see there's some bottles on top. Yes.
Yeah. So we are now on the vertical hydroponic systems, and mini tower or tower gardening is just one of the vertical hydroponic systems. So this mini is just from the name mini. It's a small one, because you find people who have got a balcony that is less than 2 meters. They go for mini towers, or even the short people. Yeah, you see,
Yes.
we all have to practice farming either way.
Yes.
So we have developed this, and this is how they get water through this bottle, and this is also drip irrigation.
Okay.
So from this point is where we get the water. So this is basically a waste pipe, and you can actually see this thing is a portable one. You can
carry it.
you can carry it, and the media is still the same. We are using the same media. We have not changed anything. Yeah. So basically, this was a mini tower, and you see we have done just sort of improvement here. This blanket here to help us retain water.
Also, there's a blanket there to retain
Yeah.
water.
It helps to retain water.
From the mini towers, let's move to this structure that we have here. Very magnificent looking and also beautiful. Yes, so what do we have here?
So this is also another vertical system, vertical gardening system. It's called a cone garden because it's taking the shape of a cone, or it's called a multi-story. You're growing in stairs. And actually we've seen we have done a drip irrigation, because even in your kitchen garden you can make watering so efficient and so easy. Because the importance of micro irrigation is to ensure that you are not wasting water, your crops are getting water evenly, and also you are also reducing on the labor and the time you'll be here doing all this.
In a structure like this,
Yes.
I know water has to be distributed evenly. So what influenced how you've placed the pipes?
Yes.
And how do you make sure that, every side and every corner,
Yes.
water reaches there evenly?
Yeah. So as you can see, my piping I've done is taking the shape of every stair. Yeah, is taking the shape of the garden, and I've used the button drips. And I have a mini valve here. When I open this, just for 5 minutes, you'll see it's gonna get watered evenly. And you've seen where I've placed my gardens. I've constructed something like a pond. You see this drumliner?
Yes.
So the excess water always goes on the pond, and I've connected it to an underground pipe that goes back to my collection chamber over there that you saw. Yeah. So the drip irrigation distributes water evenly. From the top, it trickles down on all the stairs.
Okay.
And the excess I collect. Yeah.
And still on the drip irrigation.
Yes.
How many times in a day do you open or do you make sure that these vegetables are watered? And how do you make sure the water has reached,
Yeah.
that lower, the bigger part,
The bigger part,
yes.
Yeah, definitely. So depending on the weather, but mostly I just do once a day in the evening.
Okay.
But when it's raining, no need to do that. Because you can use normal soil, but for this, I've still used my hydroponics medium, but I've just mixed with the cocoa peat.
The cocoa peat.
Yeah, to aid in retaining water. But interestingly, so the water that we're irrigating on top will definitely trickle down to the bottom.
To the bottom part.
Yeah.
And for how long do you water? Are there, of course, I mean.
Yeah, factors, but on average, I just open the valve for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you see now the button drip, I've used actually the button drip. They have like the flow rate. The amount of water they emit in within a period of time is a bit high.
Okay.
So just 5 minutes is enough. Yeah.
All right. So I believe, and I've also seen you have the overhead drip.
Yes, overhead
irrigation.
It's called a micro sprinkler, and it's also an alternative for a farmer who do not have the resources to do drip irrigation.
Okay.
They can do the overhead using the micro sprinkler. They use actually a very, they are low pressure sprinklers. You don't need a tank. You don't need a pump. It's low pressure. And you can still as well just do it manually. Why I'm trying to do micro irrigation is also to reduce my time. I don't have all the time to be watering. And also doing it efficiently.
Yes.
You see, that's why I'm also now doing the micro irrigation even on the kitchen garden.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Let's move to the next station where we have, of course, also another interesting. It's what you said, the plastic mulching.
Yes.
You said.
Yes.
So what do we have here? And I can see the vegetables on this side.
Yes.
It's like they want to talk to someone, They're saying, okay, we are here.
Yeah.
So what is going on here?
So these are also another kitchen garden that you can also do. So horizontal, these are raised bed, and I've tried to contain water. This thing actually you can do on your rooftop, because you have contained. There is no water loss anywhere. So I've used this film, the polythene, and just to hold the water, to hold the soil, and I've used drip irrigation because this one is covered with the plastic mulch.
Okay.
Immediately I open this, all the line is getting water.
Okay.
So the plastic mulch helps me to conserve moisture, in addition to the polythene film, to prevent any water from trickling down. So this is a simple unit also you can use and can grow any vegetable. You can see we've tried to contain it. And you can see really we have really harvested kutoka huku yote. And we still have a long way to go because my target is at least to reach this height when I'm still harvesting.
Very, very interesting. So the plastic type of mulching.
Yes.
Someone might see the plastic and say, okay, the plastics are not introducing any impurities to the soil,
Yeah.
and are they not affecting the vegetable? Or could there be a specific type of plastic that is supposed to be done when you're doing plastic mulching?
Yeah. Good question. This is specifically for mulching because it's UV treated. It's been chemically treated to ensure there is no chemical interaction, even at high temperatures. You can look at it inside. It's black inside.
Oh,
You
yes,
see?
it's black inside.
And on the top is silver. So it's reflecting light, okay, and heat. And inside,
Inside, it's conserving the
it's
moisture.
conserving the moisture. You
Yes.
see? So this one is a specific. You don't just go and take any other polythene there or any
Yeah,
other
because
plastic.
someone might go. You see those big black
Yeah,
bags, right?
yeah.
Those ones that we use for maybe garbage,
Yeah.
and then they want to put it and use it.
So do not go for that because there is specific paper for mulching.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now,
Yes.
one thing about plastic mulching.
Yes.
What can you advise a farmer to do when they are handling plastic type of mulching?
Yes.
And how many times do you need to maybe lift the plastic and see how how the soil that is under doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is the management practice when you're using plastic type of mulching?
Yeah.
Because I believe this is not something that is used oftenly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, you are introducing the mulching to reduce your activities like weeding. You see, like watering. Actually, it's actually saving your time and even effort when it comes to management practices. As you can see, I've just there's just a small area that is exposed where I'm doing the planting because I make a hole where I want to plant, and at the point where there is an emitter on my drip tubing.
Okay.
So you don't need to keep on lifting the plastic mulch because you've set it permanently there.
Okay.
So just in case you want to plant another thing at the end of the season,
You just poke a hole.
Yeah, you just have to uproot the existing one and you poke a hole and you are good to go.
Okay.
So it helps you reduce on actually the activities, and you don't want also to keep on disturbing the roots over there and the whatnot.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very, very well explained. Now let's move to the next.
So
And-
this,
yes.
so this actually is using the same concept with this.
Yeah.
Only that I used this. It's called coco coir as my
it's-
organic mulch.
You're not using.
The plastic
The
mulch.
plastic
Yeah,
mulch.
but the very same concept.
So what is different when you're using this type of mulch
Yes.
from this one?
Yeah, you can see that is very much effective than this. Because when you look at this, there are some weeds that are
Already
they
growing
are
on the side, yes.
But when you look at that, there are no weeds, So that one is very much effective. But also this one has got an advantage on its own. It's an organic mulch. Over time, it decomposes and adds, it's like manure on this. But you keep on now, doing weeding, and so they have advantages and disadvantages.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, still on the plastic mulch, before we even look at other things on this, one thing about plastic mulch, can
Yes.
you use it on large scale? Like, a big, maybe a 1 acre shamba,
Yes.
and then you want to place plastic over 1 acre,
Yes.
and then you plant. How does that work?
It works perfectly. Actually, I've seen, me, I work with so many farmers, and that's now the direction. That's the direction, because we easily just do raised beds, even on 1 acre or even on 2 acres, and then we lay the plastic mulch. We lay the drip irrigation, we lay the plastic mulch, and it's going to save you a lot when it comes to cost of production.
Okay.
Weeding, pest and disease control. Yeah? You can imagine 1 acre, how many people would you want to do the weeding, and how often? You see that? So one-time installation of plastic mulch is going to save you a whole lot of production cost, and even in days to come. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is the way to go when it comes to now the revolution. Every farmer is looking to how can they reduce on cost of production, and these are some of the ways you can use to reduce especially even on the large scale production. this is the way to go. Yeah.
All right. So let's move to this now.
Yes.
So this system that you've put here is just the normal one.
Yes.
But you've said you're omitting the plastic.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the practices, when you're using especially this type of farming,
yes,
in your kitchen, how many times are you supposed to clean and remove the weeds? You know, how many times are you supposed to be looking at? Because you know, when you have this, yours is just making sure that there's water that is
that's basically it.
Yes. So for this one, how do you handle vegetables under this?
So for this one, you have to ensure it's neat. If not, pests, right? Because pests thrive in somewhere that is not neat. The weeds, any kind of vegetation, they thrive. So you need to almost every now and then you keep on weeding. Just the same way you maintain your crops in conventionally when you are doing farming. Over time you'll keep on weeding. So it's the same practice that you do here. So you try to keep your farm very neat, because the organic mulch, the cocoa coir, is not actually mulching 100%. There are some areas that it's not covering, unlike the plastic mulch.
Okay.
So this one you're gonna have to incur when it comes to weeding, or rather uprooting the weeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one interesting thing that I've seen, when you look at the plastic mulch and this one, you've put one type of crop on the plastic mulch, but here you've mixed the vegetables.
Yeah.
Is there anything towards that?
Not
or you just
necessarily.
decided?
I just decided because I was seeing there's some space.
Okay.
And I said, why not do spinach here for my consumption? So there is not really technical reason as why we do that. But if you must do that, ensure that the crops are compatible. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the other side of the farm and look at this small kitchen garden that is here.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is my newest baby in this farm. Is my small kitchen garden that I've also tried to do an irrigation kit.
Okay.
To ensure I'm not spending much time taking care of it.
This is good. So now, of course, this is like a typical kitchen garden on the backyard of someone's house, or on the side, even on the front side, maybe on the side of the compound. So what goes into preparing this type of garden?
Yeah, because now I'm using drip irrigation, I have to do raised beds. As you can see, also for easy management, and also to economize on the water that I'm using. So I did raised beds, and I'm just doing conventionally on the normal soil, and laying drip irrigation. My pipes are underneath to avoid any disturbance.
Okay.
So first of all, I raised my seedlings from the nursery, and then I prepared the beds, laid the irrigation system, and transplanted. Actually now 2 days old.
2 days old.
Yeah.
Very new.
Yeah.
So, as you say, preparing the bed.
Yes.
Or preparing this, whatever
kind of ridges.
Yes, the ridges, and also where they are raised. So what should a farmer consider when they are preparing the ridges in the middle, and also the raised bed?
Yes. Yeah, the spacing. You need to consider the spacing depending on the crop that you are using, and also the depth of your pathways. Just a good size that you can easily, walk around and trying to manage the farm without disturbing the crops. Because you have to put in mind, over time the crops are gonna grow big, so that they don't cover the pathway. So you have to consider that, and even on the soil, you have also to check the condition of your soil. If it's possible, do even the basic analysis. Being a kitchen garden, you can even just do the basic soil analysis. That takes a very short period of time. Then you have the results.
Okay.
Then now the choice of irrigation kit, you also do that. Because mine, I can easily, since it's just a small portion, I can easily even use a 20-liter bucket, and it's gonna power the drip lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what sort of what kind of vegetables have you planted here? Because I can see there are different types.
Yeah, I've done the red cabbage here, I've done Chinese cabbage. I've done these are the broccoli. I've done eggplant.
Wow.
Like things that I like to consume.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
So you have a small kitchen garden, but you've really said, I want to put almost everything here.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, now, because you've put them like that,
Yes.
of course, I believe the number of times you're watering, it doesn't affect.
Yeah.
Also the temperature where they are, because I can see there's a little bit of some shade, but of course, it depends with the time of the day.
Definitely.
Okay, so when you put them outside like this,
Yes.
how do you make sure they are protected from maybe birds, pests that are going to come and destroy?
Yeah.
Because they're really they're still young, 2 days old. Yes.
Yeah. So the outdoor for the birds, you see, I have trees. So we are tunasema sisi ni wote ni wa Mungu. So they feed as I do.
Okay.
Unless I do a shed. So because it's possible to do a bird net or a shed net if I want to put them away. But at this point, I don't see any need for that. Wacha zikule kidogo, hata mimi nikule kidogo.
Okay. That's really good.
But for pests, you see, I've gone for drip irrigation. There is no really disturbance and it's easy to manage since it's a kitchen garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So now, as we are nearing the end, and let us look at the how-tos for a kitchen garden. What are the requirements, especially, someone might say, okay, a kitchen garden, what do I need? What sort of space do I need? Do I need a larger space? Do I need maybe dimensions? It doesn't, you can tell us, especially because now you have done this and you know what goes into that. Yes.
Yeah, good question. A kitchen garden is now a garden that is just close to a kitchen. So you see that space close to your kitchen, that's now your kitchen garden. You can convert that into a kitchen garden. That's basically it. So first of all, you need that space that you have, be it big or small, because you have seen solutions to accommodate even from 1 square foot. You can have a garden. And materials, locally available materials that you have. So it's just to either do it yourself or look for an expert who is into kitchen gardening or someone who has done that before. Like for instance, farmers come to my farm. They come, even communities, even schools, they come at my farm to just to learn from what I'm doing. You see? So once they learn from what we are doing, they replicate the same. Or others, now we help them set up such kind of systems. So you can feel free to visit or even to contact me if you need more information about how to set up a kitchen garden, how to go about irrigation, how to go about greenhouse farming, and the whole climate smart agriculture as a whole. Because you're going to visit my farm, learn from what you have seen, what you are seeing, and even can help you set up, get started. Okay. Yeah.
All right. We'll get to your handles on social media and also where farmers can get you. But before we get to that, one more thing.
Yes.
As we are now into the modern type of lifestyle, many people are no longer looking for maybe land to plant.
Yes.
They want to just have some little bit of a garden where they live, and mostly, like in cities or towns, people are in apartments, rental houses. So when it comes to using what you have for you to plant, what would you advise a young farmer out there, or even any type of farmer who would want to put such a system or such a system into their small space that they have, their balcony, their small area?
So look around, use what you have. Like you see me, I'm using waste pipes, I'm using wood, the normal timber. I'm using locally available materials. Nothing I have imported in this farm, just locally available materials. So it's so easy to look around and see what can I reuse. Even so, you have seen the towers. These are
Yes.
the containers, the jerry cans for
20 liters jerry
liters. You
cans.
see,
Yes.
I'm reusing it instead of damaging, polluting the environment. You can reuse it. So a young person, because I told you earlier, I'm an advocate for young people trying to come into the agricultural system or the food system space. Don't forget, don't fear. Take a leap of faith and start small with anything that you have. Because you came here when we were actually starting, and we've seen a lot of progress.
Yes.
We're now having customers who are coming to buy veggies here, and even others who are coming just to learn and see how the success story has been. So it's good that we all pull our hands and we invest into the food system space, because either way we must eat, and population is growing, is increasing day in, day out. So either way we must feed, and whether we are in cities, whether we're in the rural spaces, we must produce food, because how will we feed without production?
Yeah.
So right now there is no space. We are seeing buildings being raised here and there. So we need to convert now the vertical spaces and the very small spaces that are remaining into production spaces for food.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Derek, thank you so much for that. And now, even as we wrap up, very quick, you can tell us where people can find you and also your number, so that at least farmers can get to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Our farm is called AgriPlant Kenya, and we are located at Kiamba, is within Kiambu, along Nairobi-Nakuru Highway. And easily you can find us on our social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, AgriPlant Kenya.
Okay.
And our number is 0768650874. Just in case you need more information about this.
There you have it. We've come to the end of this edition of Farm Kenya. And today we've learned a lot. We were speaking about kitchen gardening. We've gotten to see the different types of kitchen gardening that we have. And I believe you at home can use that small space in order for you to just create something at the end of the day. My name is Calvin Nyakundi. Let's meet next time right here on Farm Kenya.
Unalima ardhi, mlango wa kulima, kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na